Following data represents approximate heights for a ball thrown by a shot putter as it travels the distance. The data appears to be linear, quadratic, exponential. I'm hoping a shot putter doesn't throw it like that. I'm hoping the shot putter throws it like that. And I'm hoping he doesn't throw it like that. So when I look at the data, and I'm hoping that R squared is pretty high, super close to 1, I notice that I have two 24s after a peak. And so when I just visualize it, it does have a 24 here and a 24 here. So it does look quadratic. So when I plug it in, I get y equals 0.011 x squared. So 0.11 x squared plus 1.05x plus 0.24. And then it wants 80, and so I plug in 80 into my x squares, or sorry, in for my x's, and I get 13.96 meters. And that does, it is coming down way out here, and it's starting to come down, so that's a logical answer. Question 17 is to simplify. And when I simplify, I have a minus in front of a parentheses, 3x squared minus 4x minus 1. And I have an x squared, a negative x squared, and a positive 7x becomes negative 7x, and positive 2 becomes negative 2. And so that answer would be 4x squared minus 11x minus 3. Which graph represents the solution? Here, if I had y equals 4x, it would be a steep positive line. And I do not see that at all. I do not see why this would be anything other than a steep positive line. I know it's not going to be a horizontal line. I do not see why it is a negative slope line. I will come back to that one in a little while. However, this one could not be the answer because of a dashed line, and this is underlined. This is, I can rule out this one because I know that a slope is not going to be a horizontal line. I know this, that's a constant, that's a constant, that's not an underline. But this is not the equation, so I'm going to come back to that one. Okay. The area of a rectangle represented by the equation this, where W is the width of the rectangle, find the width of the rectangle. Caution, no negative widths. That gets you guys in a couple of you guys in a little bit of an issue. So it's actually asking for you to solve the quadratic. So I'm going to set it equal to 0. I'm going to factor. This says signs are different with the larger. It's W minus 9 and W plus 2. That gives me a 9W. That gives me a plus 2W. Gives me the negative 18. Gives me the W squared. Okay, so it's W equals 9 and W equals negative 2. I must throw this one out because I cannot have a negative width. So the width is 9. Final answer. Steve kicks a football in the air. The path of the ball described by the equation, where h is the height of the ball and t is the time. How high is the ball after 3 seconds? 20 times 3 minus 5 times 3 squared, 60 minus 5 times 9, 60 minus 45, 15 meters. That is a substitution and into an equation. After how many seconds will the ball be 15 meters high? After how many seconds? So now I have 15. 15 equals 20t minus 5t squared. I now need to solve for t. So that is 5t squared minus 20t plus 15 equals 0. Factoring out of 5, t squared minus 4t plus 3 equals 0. T plus t minus 3 and t minus 1 with a 5. So t equals 3 and t equals 1. So after how many seconds will the ball be 15? It's actually at 3 seconds, it's 15 meters high, and then it gets back to at 1 second, and then at 3 seconds, it goes past its vertex and come back. After how many seconds will the ball be 25 meters high? 25 equals, can just replace this 15 right here with a 25. So 5t squared, 20t plus 25. Take out the 5, t squared minus 20 minus, I'm doing horrible at math. Shouldn't wait till the last minute. T plus 5. That is, I cannot get to that except through quadratic formula. So I'm going to rely on my calculator, and I'm going to solve the quadratic equation. And it never does reach 25 meters high. So this is no solution. When will the ball hit the ground? I set this equal to 0. So I have zero equals 20t squared minus 5t squared. It's set equal to 0. I will that's a t. I am not doing good math today. Factor out of 5. That becomes 4t minus t squared. Factor out a t. So 5t. 4 minus t. It's at 0 and t equals 4. So 0 and 4 seconds. Sorry for the sloppiness. The graph was transformed to create this. Inside a parenthesis is always a right-left movement. That is a negative, so it is opposite. It is a horizontal shift to the right. There we go. What is the solution? 8x minus 6x plus 12 equals x minus 6. 2x plus 12 equals x minus 6. X equals negative 18. There must be a problem because I messed that up. Let me check my handy dandy calculator. Should not be doing math late at night. There must be something in here that causes the printout to do something. There's a parenthesis, so there might be a distributive property. You have been good at solving equations. Make sure you know how to still solve equations. These answers do not match. The table shows the heights and lengths of several rectangles. What does the correlation coefficient for the data indicate about the strength of the linear association between the height and the length? So we are going to find out whether it's a positive slope, negative slope, or a weak or strong. And the closer it is to r squared is to 1, is the stronger the correlation. So when we do the linear regression, we're going to look at the r squared. So I'm going to put this in, quite lengthy. Careful on the data input. I always mistype something and it causes a ruckus. 10, 92, 54, 24. Please also do the research on your own calculator that you will be taking Algebra EOC with, so you know how to do linear regressions on them. If you need some help on the calculators, let me know. I think I can help you out on a couple of your calculators from your calculator inventory. Takes me a while to put these in. 40, 23, 45, 19. I use a TI Inspire, so I have used 84s in the past, so I'll just have to dig out the cobwebs of how to do the regressions if you need help. So r squared ended up to be 0.02. The slope ended up to be 0.07. That is a positive, but it is a very weak positive.